received a text message from Cindy asking if my plans had changed. To that I say no, my plans have not changed, because the plans that were made were not my plans. I was not included in them whatsoever. So, let's go ahead with that. Last Thursday, after dialysis, I called Jason, returning his call, actually. And we talked for a little while. He kept asking how he could help. Never once did I mention him buying plane tickets. He said he would look at flights. I said, okay, if you can do that, that's fine. Sorry, timeline's a little fuzzy. That's it. So the weekend went by. Some calls I see were attempted, but not enough. No one bothered to let me in on what was going on or having any part in planning how this is going to play out. I did not know until Monday afternoon when Tom and Susan were sitting with me here at the treatment center that Susan was included, that Jason bought the tickets, that they were non-refundable. A bunch of details came out Monday afternoon. So I contacted the two of you, Jason and Cindy, and you informed me that this was all true. I suppose, right, it's on me because I didn't call you back during the weekend. And maybe it is. Maybe it is. Had you gotten in touch with me, and all this had been discussed with me, Jason, you wouldn't have had to spend that money. I would have waited a month till it was cheaper and it could be changed. Cindy, I too would have told you to hold off until it was easier on you and your family. But because I was not afforded the opportunity to talk this through with both of you and make choices that were better for all of us included, here we are now. There's a lot of stuff sorry, Jason, about the non-refundable tickets. Cindy, I get that you got a lot going on with your family, and that may never change, but maybe a month out would have given you an opportunity to get some stuff settled, especially on my behalf, so that we're not flying by the seat of our pants, trying to get my medical care settled and a place for me to stay when I get there. Hell, I have loose ends I need to tie up in Florida too, which is why I asked you, Jason, to come a few days early to drive me around to do that. But I found out when I called you, you can't drive. Okay, that's fine. I'll find someone else to drive me around. But again, this was done irresponsibly and haphazardly. We should have done a lot more communicating with one another and taken more time to make sure everything was in place before Jason bought these tickets. I could only apologize for not returning your calls sooner. But when your hands are so fucked up, you can't even plug your phone in. Making a phone call is pretty hard. But again, under any circumstances, Jason, I never would have asked you to overextend yourself financially. Cindy, I would have never asked you to overextend yourself in life. Like you said, you got a lot going on with you and Brad and Olivia and Riley have a lot going on right now. Cindy, if you told me that from the beginning, I would have made do. I would have done something to give you guys an opportunity to get in a better place before taking on any responsibility for my life. I don't know how this became such a shit show, and I'm sorry it did. But leaving this weekend seems like it's just going to be way too hard on everybody. So if I got to stay here another month for all of you to get everything in order so that it's not such a traumatic shit show and we don't have to fly by the seat of our pants and the stress will be not as heavy as it is now, then so be it. I'm all for that. But the way you've gone about it currently seems very, like I said, haphazard and irresponsible, and doesn't seem like enough things are in place for this to mitigate it, for enough stress to be mitigated, for this to work out the best for all of us. And so I firmly suggest that I don't leave this weekend and that we spend a couple weeks sitting down with each other and working this out piece by piece by piece in a more responsible, less hurried fashion so that everything works out as well as it can for all parties involved. I'm sorry, Jason. I never meant for you to do this. I wish you'd talk to me first.